that has never been in contact with any particular law enforcement court system. And from what I can see and what I hear out here from a lot of my Black male, and I'm sure it's common knowledge, is that because they are unfamiliar with the court system, they don't know, number one.
Traveler. Okay.
All right, guys, today we've got a sovereign citizen in court who surprisingly actually asked for an attorney. This time progress maybe, but also don't be fooled because he is still deep in that sovereign citizen mindset. This dude was caught driving without a license, had a plate that literally just said traveler on it, and of course resisted arrest because what's a sovereign citizen case without some unnecessary struggle? But let's go ahead and dive in. Here, this one's very entertaining. Let me know what you guys think about his attorney 2-0, because this one is just so weird to me. They're having a very touchy time in court here, and to me it's weird, but let me know you guys think. Let's go ahead and dive in here.
She and I have already discussed it on this case, and we just both want you to hear the PC, if we can, Judge.
Okay.
And then on the bond reinstatement as well, Judge. Right.
So officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas for a vehicle having a fictitious plate bearing the word traveler on it. During the stop, the defendant refused to provide...
Traveler. Okay.
During the stop, the defendant refused to provide ID or insurance information, stating, "I do not consent to this." Officer attempted to remove the defendant from the vehicle, and defendant actively resisted by pulling his arm away from deputies until he was detained.
Okay. Tell me what.
So we looked at, I'm sorry, Madam Prosecutor, the interference with duties of public servant, Your Honor. Even if my client is failing to give them that, then it is an arrestable offense. But in this situation, it is, Judge. However, in this particular situation, he didn't interfere with anything in terms of his own arrest. I can, if it was a resisting or something to that effect, I can.
They're just trying to get him out of the car.
I don't disagree.
It's classic sovereign case where got the license plate. Think that traveling by right is what I think how they term it.
In this situation, Judge, and the reason I'm employing upon the court is even from what Madam Prosecutor has seen on the video, they're pulling and tugging at his arm, which put my client in some fear. It was more than one officer. It was pretty.
But he still has a duty. If they're asking you to come out, they can lawfully do that. And there are videos, and go on YouTube, right? There are hundreds of videos where officers will literally destroy your car to get you out. When you get into a pissing match with a person who has the power of arrest, who's going to win, Mr. Daly?
We don't disagree, Your Honor.
Right. You know what I mean? That's real life.
We don't disagree, Your Honor. I think under the circumstances of what actually happened, it was not Mr. Daly's position to resist or to interfere. That was not. He was concerned for his safety at that point. And actually, I don't know. Did you hear that on the video? Right. And so in reviewing the video, it was pretty quick, pretty brash. They didn't give him an opportunity to respond per the prosecutor. In this situation, it wasn't as if he was intentionally.
Remember, this is just a mere probable cause.
Yes,
so
I agree.
They ask you to come out of the car one time. Yeah, it's really that's. So, I think that there's enough probable cause to go forward now. The problem is, Mr. Daly, is that we revoke your bond. Your bond is set at 2501, and you've continually failed to appear. So, the case and the way that you've treated us, it shows me that you just refuse to accept authority. How are we supposed to deal with that? How do we deal with that, Timberland?
Your Honor, the only reason I bring to your attention is I asked the court to take into consideration. We have a Black male works every day who, and I hate to put that on the court, but I do in this particular climate, that has never been in contact with any particular law enforcement court system. And from what I can see and what I hear out here from a lot of my Black male, and I'm sure it's common knowledge, is that because they are unfamiliar with the court system, they don't know, number one. Number two, when they do come in contact with police, and my mother is assistant chief of police. So I can understand, even when I was younger, I was taught that there are certain things that you have to do with when a police officer even stop you on a speeding ticket. What we don't know is whenever these officers come up, when you're somebody who don't have the privilege of having a police officer as a parent, or who isn't familiar and is being raised in this particular climate and seeing what they see on TV and seeing what they hear and everything that has occurred, you don't know what the proper steps are. I was trained from when I was grown up what you do. I'm not saying that what he did was right or wrong. I'm not saying that how he reacted to this particular court, it is wrong. However, I'm employing upon the court to ask the court to take into a little bit of consideration, number one, from his perspective.
From his perspective, are you serious right now? His attorney is seriously pulling the race card, and surprisingly, that's not even the craziest thing she's doing right now. I mean, aside from playing the race card right now, she's literally smothering the sovereign baby like it's her full-time job. It's honestly wild. Like, I don't know if this is his mom or something as an attorney, but like, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever seen an attorney smother a client like this. Like, I've never seen anything like this, but like, how can you argue that the police didn't have probable cause when they told him to get out of the car? News flash to this guy: if the cops say get out, you get out, especially when they've got a reason to back it up. I mean, this dude literally had a license plate that's a traveler, so that's pretty self-explanatory in itself. I get it though. I mean, these sovereign citizens have some unique views, to say the least, but even the judge isn't going to buy into this defense. I mean, it's literally judge fair too, and he doesn't really hand out any freebies, and I also don't see him giving any special treatment here, considering this dude skipped out on court like he's too good for the law. That's basically what he's saying. Like, this dude is just pretending this whole thing didn't happen, it seems like, and then they just pull the race card out like there's just no way this dude is winning. Let me know what you guys think about this idiot, but more importantly, let me know what you guys think about his attorney here. Like, this has got to be his mom, right? Like, the way she's calling right now, it's just weird to me, but let's back in.
All defendants, can't just say this, but I do see that, from what I've known from this particular case and now in talking to him, I do believe that there is a sense of sometimes they just don't know. Sometimes they just don't. So I'm asking to reinstate his PR bond. I am now on the case. What you know about me, I'm a tight attorney. I run a tight ship. So, and by which of way I believe I can reach him and getting him to court and resolving this matter, which is what I talked to the prosecutor about when you were on break. It's like, let's just resolve this. Let's take care of this.
I'll buy it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm not going to do this again, though. I promise you. I don't care whoever you have. If you flake on us again, that's 3 times. It's out. I'm not going to do it again. Do you understand, Mr. Daly? I mean, when you come to court, good things happen. When you don't show up and you continually do it, you can't expect good things to happen. Now, do you have a Texas driver's license?
No, right now.
You're not allowed to drive.
Right.
You have a bond condition, and you've signed an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. I don't care how you term it. Driving, traveling, however you're going to word it, whatever you do not get into the driver's seat of an automobile, a motorcycle, anything with a combustible engine where you can get on the road unless you have approval from us. Do you understand? I don't care that you have to work. I don't care if you have to go to church. I don't care if you're going to a funeral. I don't care if you're going to wherever it may be. Do not drive. Do you understand? Heed this warning. You're not going to get another one. Okay, Timberlake, I'll reinstate the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I'll talk to her. We were going to try to talk to Chief, but it's pretty busy today.
I think the case is only 3 months old,
yes,
so you've got time. You can do whatever you want.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court now, but you must stay in touch with her, and she'll tell you when you got to come back to court. If she comes back and tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games or you've gone AWOL or whatnot, or you get arrested for something else, all bets off. We good? I'm not asking for much, man. Really. And for future reference, when you get into a pissing match with someone with the power of arrest, you are nearly always going to lose. It's just the way it works. And as a young black man in today's society, you got to be extra special careful because things can go really wrong really quick. And there's evidence of that over and over and over.
Wow, this might be a hot take here, but I'm actually really disappointed Judge Flair didn't hit this guy with the book. I'm not saying we need to go full law and order mode on every sovereign citizen, but come on, this dude, he literally skipped court, resisted like his life depended on it, and was driving around with the license plate that looked like it was made in Microsoft Paint. In most cases, failing to appear in court can slap you with additional charges or even a warrant under contempt laws, and resisting, that's a whole separate charge that can stack onto whatever else he already had going on. This would have been a perfect case for a harsher sentence, but instead he pretty much got a slap on the wrist in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about it, but I still can't get over how that turn completely smothered him, though. Like, that has to be one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I mean, I don't really know this attorney too well. I've never seen her before, but this was definitely a very weird case, and I think it's pretty unprofessional in my opinion. You know, I know this is in Texas. Maybe that's what they do down in Texas. I don't know if anybody from Texas watches this can tell me, but that's just one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. But yeah, that one was pretty entertaining. I mean, this guy didn't talk much, but the attorney pretty much said his points for him. You know, she pulled the race card, and I don't think that applies at all. I mean, I'm not racist at all or anything, but I mean, I still think pulling the race C here is just absolutely wild. Like, this dude literally had a traveler license plate. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. You know, this guy is just making me lose brain cells at this point. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this attorney here. That is my main point I want to just make clear here. I think it's just the weirdest thing, but let me know what you guys think about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, everybody.